From downtown Phoenix, home of Arizona State University, it's Watts Live, a celebration of the 2020 graduates of the Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions, featuring graduates of the Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions, with appearances by faculty of Watts College and staff, in addition to special guests. And now, a man who's been practicing involuntary social distancing for the last 35 years, Dean Jonathan Koppell. Hello and welcome to Watts Live. This is our first attempt at a Zoom celebration of our awesome 2020 graduates from the Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions. I am your host for this evening, Jonathan Koppell. My day job is to be Dean of the Watts College, and I appreciate that terrific, strangely familiar sounding introduction. We've never done this before. It's gonna be a little different, but why shouldn't it be a little different? The whole day was different. Today was supposed to be our college convocation. It didn't happen that way. It's too bad because it's a fun day and it kind of gets me pumped up. But we could spend a lot of times talking about what today is not. I'd rather talk about what today is. Today is a celebration of our awesome graduates. We have undergraduates, we have master's students, we have doctoral students, all of whom are part of Watts College. And what I always like to say makes Watts College special is that you've got a bunch of people doing different stuff. Some are criminal justice, some are public policy, some are social work, some are tourism and recreation. They're all a little different, but everybody in this college is interested in public service. Everybody in this college is interested in making the world a better, stronger, more unified place. And if there's one thing that current events teaches us, it's that you can never have enough people like that. And so this is a moment for celebration. A lot of you have traveled long and winding roads to get here. I hope we have a lot of family members here who supported their graduates along the way. None of our graduates would be here today without friends and family picking them up when they were down, tolerating their whining about this professor or this class. We all got here together. So this is our attempt at a celebration. It's a little more informal than the video convocation and the video graduation that you hopefully already participated in. I got to tell you something. We're gonna have some hiccups. This is not gonna be seamless, in case you were wondering. I'll just let you in on that right away. But here's the thing. One thing I've learned from all these Zoom meetings that we're doing all the time, they actually have some upside. You get to know people, you create this weird intimacy because I'm looking into people's house and I see their cat and I see their kid running around and I see somebody walking around in the background. And so let's try and create that same idea. So what I'm going to say to you from the beginning is jump in on those chat functions, send congratulatory messages to the grads, talk to each other. We're hoping your faculty are going to be there. Some of the staff and the advisors who supported are going to be there. We think some alumni might jump in. Make this a fun thing. Make this a community get together. And to get things going, here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw out some trivia questions during the program, and you just jump on the chat and try and answer those questions. So I'll start with the first one, and I'm going to toss a bunch of these in there as the show goes along. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of it's going to be really lame, but hopefully like half of the stuff won't be lame, and that's not bad. If I bat 500, I'll take that. All right, so here's our first trivia question. All right, which of the following celebrities did not attend ASU? So it's A, Jimmy Kimmel, B, Emma Stone, C, David Spade, D, Al Michaels, and E, Pat Tillman. All right, so you got to jump in on your chat room and you guess which is the right answer, and we'll come back and tell you the answer as we give out other questions. But we're going to jump right in. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to have guests. The stars of the show, as you heard, are our graduates. So we're going to bring some of our grads out here, hear what they're up to, hear about the programs in Watts College, and hopefully have a good time. So let's start with our first guest, and we'll get going. All right, Senator Sinema,
Hi, Dean. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to have you. You're our first guest on our first edition of Watts Live, which is our celebration of students. I told people that this was sort of like Merv Griffin on Zoom. For some reason, people thought that that reference dated me a little bit. I don't know why.
I actually don't know who Merv Griffin is.
Oh my God, that is really, I'm just really embarrassed by that. I gotta admit.
But
We'll
remember,
talk about who Merv Griffin is, a titan of the entertainment industry. But I'm really glad you're here. I think of you as, in some ways, our greatest contribution to the world. For people who don't know, Senator, how many degrees do you have from Watts College?
I
Or from ASU, I guess.
I have 4 degrees from Arizona State University.
But which is the one that's most important to you?
My best degree of my entire career is my MSW, hands down. Hands down.
And so, by the way, that was the right answer. So I appreciate
You know what, actually, Dean, I have to tell you, during this coronavirus crisis and emergency, I tell my team, and actually I tell my fellow faculty in the School of Social Work on a regular basis, I'm so grateful to have my master's degree from the School of Social Work at ASU, because it has allowed me to do, I think, an extraordinary job in helping serve people during this time. And I'm grateful every single day for it, every day.
Can you actually, you once spoke so eloquently about how important it is to have a social worker in the United States Senate. Can you give a short version of that? Because I found that quite moving, the difference. And boy, that couldn't be more timely now, as you say.
Well, as everyone knows, I have both a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in social work, but also my own experience as a child who grew up in homelessness and then really received a lot of help from both private individuals as well as government agencies to help me get my shot at college. Obviously, as you know, I took advantage of that shot over and over again, but also my shot at the American dream. And being trained as a social worker means that as I go about my job as a United States Senator, I think not only about how public policy will impact the citizens and the residents of my state, but I also think about how I can use public policy and use my position as a senator to actually make a difference in people's everyday lives. And having this knowledge and this experience as a social worker allows me to do, I think, a deeper level of work to help people more, to understand their struggles, and to think in a more forward-thinking way about how to help people as they face the challenges they face in this emergency.
So here's what we're doing. Senator. We're gathering students in. I want to introduce you to one of our graduates. It couldn't be more appropriate. I don't know. Has he come in yet? All right. So I want to introduce you, Senator, to Jonathan Blackburn. Jonathan is earning a master's degree in emergency management and homeland security. Here's the cool thing: like a lot of our AMHS students, he's an online student. He's coming out of Kansas, but he's an employee health and safety officer for a critical access hospital in Southwest Kansas, and in fact maintains the employee health program. So you couldn't have somebody more representative of Watts College. He's right on the front lines dealing with the coronavirus. So I thought I'd give you an opportunity to meet Jonathan, and maybe through him, talk to our graduates and tell them what you think this moment means to them.
Hello, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. I have experienced a lot. I'm also the coordinator for our healthcare coalition for 18 counties. So we've been very busy the last few months with the coronavirus. So getting the degree in emergency management and homeland security has sure helped tremendously in helping me to guide not only my hospital, but the 18 counties that I'm helping to set up for a better way of managing the epidemic that's currently happening. So I couldn't have asked for a better time to get this degree and be able to put everything to practice right away. And just wanted to again appreciate everything for the school providing me those groundstones so I can put my way forward.
That's fantastic, Jonathan. Senator, any words of wisdom for Jonathan and other graduates? Obviously, Jonathan's well along in his career and is addressing the pandemic directly. Others are just getting started.
Well, Jonathan, I first want to thank you for your incredible dedication and devotion to your community. I know that the folks that you work with are grateful every day for your education and your experience. And I'm just proud to say that we've got yet another graduate of the Watts College who's saving lives every day. And that's what's so incredible about our department, about the work that we do in the Watts College, is that even before you graduate, you were doing work on the ground, helping people and literally saving lives. And this is why I say that the professions that we work in, where we're actively seeking to help other people through our knowledge and our skills, couldn't be more fulfilling than in times of crisis and emergency like this. So congratulations for your degree, and thank you for the work that you're doing and that you'll continue doing. I know the people of your state are incredibly lucky to have you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your
so
service
much
as well.
Thank you so much, Senator. And as you, I know you have to go. I'll introduce you as you walk out the door. You might be interested in another graduate of Watts College, Robert Raleigh, who's an emergency management alum, but also is in here representing as the Maricopa County Emergency Manager. I thought you might want to say hello. He's doing a good job on behalf of our folks here in Arizona. Welcome, Robert.
Hi, good to be here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We do.
We are calling from the undisclosed secret location of the Maricopa County Unified Command for the COVID-19 crisis. And
I've been over to that office, Robert, and you guys are awesome. Thank you for the work that Dean is doing.
Well, it's all my doing, but I do have some help from a lot of my staff here that have been pulling off something pretty incredible. And we are all very proud of them, including my two ASU graduates and former interns that I have hired on and have been working with me. One of them, Marissa Van Holten, just graduated, and we hired her right in the middle of this whole thing from our McLeap's internship program. So this is an exciting time to be entering the profession.
Fantastic. Senator, I know you've got to go. I don't want to dragoon you, but thank you so much for being part of our celebration.
Well, it's exciting to be with you tonight, and I do want to give a quick shout out to all of my students who have graduated this week. I'm so proud of them. They are graduating at a time when social workers couldn't be more needed in our community, and I want to express my gratitude to them and my just extreme level of pride at the work they're going to do. And as you know, Dean, one of the things I'm really proud of is during this crisis, our team has decided to hire an additional 16 staff to help expand my response to help citizens during this coronavirus. And I took almost every single one of them from our school. So I'm proud to be a part of the ASU family, and I'm more than grateful to have this resource as we work hard to protect Arizonans and make their lives more manageable during this crisis. So thank you for leading our incredible college, and I look forward to seeing you next semester.
I do. Thank you. Thank you for making us proud. And good luck fighting the good fight in Washington. And now I'm gonna welcome one of our other other interdisciplinary graduates, Eric Vaughn, who's a patrol sergeant, I think in Indiana. Is that right, Eric? You got to unmute. You got to unmute. If everybody drink, we said unmute the first time.
Sorry, I'm kind of new to the Zoom thing.
So congratulations, Eric. We're delighted to have you with us, and to celebrate your graduation. You're earning a public safety leadership and administration degree, which was created to help people like you who have proven themselves great in law enforcement take on leadership roles. I understand you were Officer of the Year a ways back.
Yes, in 2006 I was. Yeah. And you're right, I currently serve as patrol sergeant over here in Greencastle, small town in Indiana, working the night shift. So
how did you able to work in a degree while you were doing that?
It was rough. I only get about 4.5, 5 hours of sleep, working to raise my family, and they had to put up with a lot, but I finally made it.
Well, we're certainly glad. We're certainly glad that you did. We've got a couple of folks. We got a couple of folks from your program. You might you might have met Bill Terrell along the way. He's associate dean of the college, a former law enforcement professional himself. There's he's not looking very policey right now. You've got the academic thing going on. Eric, that's so you know he's a professor.
Welcome, hello, Eric, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And how do you think Eric, that this is going to change your trajectory now having a degree?
Well, my ultimate goal is to move up to the rank of assistant chief or chief somewhere, hopefully in my hometown. I know there's only one other supervisor on my department that's got a master's degree, so I'm kind of hoping that we both kind of roll into those positions later on. But that's my ultimate goal with this degree. Really didn't have anything else to go off of other than my years of service, and just holding this rank as sergeant. But hopefully this master's degree will help me move up in rank and get to where I want to be ultimately.
Great. And so Stephanie's part of our advising team. Stephanie, you can give a congratulations to Eric and Jonathan while some of our gang from criminology is coming in the room.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Eric. Congratulations, Jonathan. It's quite an accomplishment to earn a degree, even during the best of situations, and the fact that you were able to continue on, putting yourself out in danger in the front line every day and still manage to earn your master's. That's quite an accomplishment. And we're all really proud of you and happy to have you as part of the ASU family.
Awesome. Hey, Robert, before you go, since we've got you at the NORAD of Maricopa Emergency Management, can you let us in on any secrets? It's just among friends here. Anything that we should know?
Well, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, my video's not on, but so secrets on what's going on down here at the Unified Command?
Yeah. Is this all just going to blow over? What's the deal? When are we going to be safe?
Well, while you guys were starting all of this, the governor just finished up a press conference saying that starting the 15th, he is going to let the stay-at-home order expire, and we're moving into phase 1. So the economy is going to get going again, and that puts us in a watch and wait phase to see how that is going to affect the spread of COVID-19. And so the Unified Command will remain fully operational, at least for a little while we can monitor events and see if we can continue to ramp things down, or if we'll need to ramp our response activities up.
So this is a full service broadcast. We're going to give you graduates, we're going to give you senators, we're going to give you news updates as they happen. We've got it all going on here. So while we're doing that, I can see that some of our criminology students have jumped in, and I don't want to keep any of our interdisciplinary grads longer. Eric, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations. And I'm gonna turn it over to some of our CJ students. I've got Jen McKenzie, who's an undergrad in criminology. I think I see Caitlin Joyce, who's earning her master's degree in criminology. And I also see that John Gould jumped in. He's the director of the School of Criminology. And I thought I saw for a second Irma Canseco. There she is. One of our lead advisors also from criminology. Jen, you've been a constant presence around Watts College, involved in the Incarcerated show and the Inside Out Prison Exchange. What has that meant to you to be part of those activities as you were an undergrad here?
It has been incredible. I never envisioned myself being so involved in so many things outside of the classroom, and getting to take advantage of these opportunities has really helped me to solidify my education and really apply what I was learning in the classroom outside, and see the real impact that working in a career in this field could have.
That's great. And hey, actually, speaking of which, I noticed that Katie Brown popped in also. She's an alumni of the criminology program and a current PhD student. So when you look back at studying criminology, what do you think it meant to you? Do you feel like you understand the world better, or you just have a bunch of letters after your name?
I definitely have more than just a bunch of letters after my name. I think learning criminology at the school, especially with the faculty we have and how involved they are with practitioners, has made me way more prepared to interact with organizations moving forward and things like that. So it's meant a lot. Director
Gould, what do you say to this group that you're new to ASU, but you've joined a proud and impressive group in the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice?
Dean Koppell, we are just so proud of our graduates. They have persevered through a difficult semester, but the education they have gotten is going to take them far. We have a large group of faculty over in our room right now celebrating our graduates. We wish you well.
Eric Johnson works with almost every student. I think gets to interact with Eric along the way. Eric, what do you have to say to our students as they're at this moment of accomplishment for them?
Well, obviously, first and foremost, congratulations. And like you said, I do get to interact with a number of students, and just the passion that I see from our students and the drive they have to make a difference and utilize their degree for public service is just amazing to see. And I'm so proud, and congratulations to everybody.
Irma, you're another one who our students, if they're going to succeed, they got to walk through your office at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I think our students in Watts College, I mean, I started off as a CCJ student, so I graduated from the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice in 2011. So, you know, I know what the students are studying. I know what they're, you know, the level of care that the faculty have for the students, and obviously the staff as well, and so much that I return back. But, you know, students that come through our door are passionate, they are committed, we have probably the most well-rounded students. You know, they go out and they try to get involved in everything that they can. And I think that's what makes us on the faculty and staff side, that drives us to give them, you know, the best care that we can. So congratulations to everyone, and we're very proud of you. You know, I admire the work that all of you do, not just, you know, in ASU, but the work that you're doing outside of ASU and the drive that you have. So congratulations.
Yeah, so I'll use that to go to Caitlin. Caitlin's another one of our star students. She's been an ASU 101 instructor, but like a lot of our students, we're not really good at getting rid of people. She got an undergrad and now she's getting a master's degree. We do have this problem. Caitlin, what do you think, as you now are working at the city of Phoenix as a police dispatcher, how does the classroom experience interact with the real life experience?
I definitely think it's interesting because being at work and, you know, taking 911 calls, sending officers places, and just having that other academic knowledge of what's going on is really helpful in trying to understand like the theories behind why people are doing this. And, you know, my coworkers will sometimes get annoyed with me when, you know, I'll start going off on a tangent about, you know, what I learned in class this week, what we know about these crimes, or, you know, kind of what we're working with and how that relates to the classroom setting. I feel like it just almost gives you an edge that you really wouldn't have without it.
So there's I don't know, I think we've got a guest.
Hang on, let's see.
All right. Hold on a second, Caitlin. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm looking for your boss, though, I think.
Yeah, no, she's on her way. Just wanted to step in and let you guys know.
I mean, not that you're not a super nice guy. I mean,
yeah.
Everybody, Tori Weeks. Tori Weeks is with us.
Right. What's up, everybody? You guys to it. And...
I just feel like I might have like hurt your feelings for a second there, Tori.
Oh no.
But we've got a special guest. We've got a special guest coming. Tori's warming up the seat.
Yes, getting it ready for Chief here for you guys.
All right, so who's got a good joke? All right, then let's go to a trivia question. Here we go. You ready? Next trivia question. In what year was the name Watts added to the name of this college? And for extra credit, even though it doesn't fit in the multiple choice format, what was the name of this college before it was Watts? And what was the name of the college before that? But the years are 1985, 1993, 2004, and 2018. All right.
You're good. Oh, man.
Hopefully everybody's working on that one.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. This is
All
Jerry.
right, no problem. I'm happy to welcome our guest, not Tori Weeks, but Chief Jerry Williams, Chief of the Phoenix Police Department, a great friend of Watts College, a great supporter of our School of Criminology and Criminal Justice, and I'm so excited she's here to wish the congratulations to our graduates. Welcome, Chief Williams.
So thank you very much to those ASU graduates. See that? Go Sun Devils. Super proud of your accomplishments, but in all honesty, in today's age and stage of the pandemic happening, you will be the innovators in the future to be able to make some positive changes. So it's a saying that goes with challenges come opportunities. I will say this for the class of 2020, you will rise to the occasion and you will make us a better organization, a better city, a better country because of what you've learned. Kudos to ASU, Arizona State University, for the partnerships that you've developed with public safety and with other businesses to really give our graduates the opportunity to really engage directly with businesses, which is definitely going to enhance their abilities to be successful. So in closing, God bless you, Godspeed, keep learning, keep being amazing, and know that this is the very beginning of the book called The Chapter of Your Life.
So Chief, everybody's always asking you super serious questions about policing in America and how do we deal with officer involved shootings and behavior, all this sort of stuff. I want to give you a break. Tell me one of the funniest memories you have from your career as a police officer. You've got to have stuff that made you laugh.
But well, a lot of things make me laugh of late, but it's all inappropriate to share with graduates right now.
Right, a G-rated funny thing.
So in all seriousness, anytime I get a chance to engage with people who aren't police officers is always a benefit, just to kind of reset the mind and the memory of the day-to-day operations. Anytime I get a chance to engage with community members in a positive way, and to show them that police officers are just like you. We're people, we're humans, we have families, we have feelings, and that approachability piece is critical and key. Dean, you got me on that funny memory one.
Yeah, I've heard you.
I have many funny memories, but they are so inappropriate, so I can't share with the Watch College.
I know you're funny. All right, well, thank you. I know you're running in 6 different directions. I really appreciate you taking time to be with us.
So thank you, Dean. If I could offer this to you, have access to my personal email. If any of the graduates ever have law enforcement related questions and or leadership related questions, feel free to reach out to me by email. It's jerry.l.williams@phoenix.gov. Dean Koppell has that information. Don't be shy. The only bad question that is the one that you don't ask. So we're here to help. As a leader in the community, I believe it's my responsibility to keep giving back to our community, so that access to me and to ask questions is definitely open and available. So proud of you all. Congratulations on this success. And I'm wishing you much, much love, success, and prosperity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief. Jerry, I'm expecting a joke the next time we see each other.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Tori.
Thank you. All right. So as Chief Williams leaves, I wanted to bring up an important point. You know, I mentioned that family is essential to what's going on, and I hope we have a bunch of family on with us in our Zoom rooms for the different schools and watching the YouTube feed. And I know you can't all be with us, and you'd like to send your own wishes to your own graduates. You're super proud. We can't do that, but we decided that we would have one parent that we bring on, or actually it's not just a parent. I think it's a father and a mother and some sisters thrown in there too, to give a special congratulations to Jen. So I'm welcoming Dawn and Shannon and Joe and Courtney, I think. There they are.
Hello, Dean.
Hi, Don.
Hi.
It's great to see you. Don's one of our dedicated parents. He comes out to all kinds of events. I think I've seen him on 2 or 3 occasions at least, coming out to see what Jen's up to, making sure she's not in trouble. And it's great to have you with us. What do you have to say to Jen? And you're speaking on behalf of all the parents who are proudly watching today.
Well, I've just got to be very concise, Dean, and tell you that we're incredibly proud of all that she's done and who she is. And we're grateful for the leadership and everything that she's received from ASU. And I'm going to get my wife into the screen here.
She wasn't ready for that.
Okay. And daughter Johanna, words of wisdom.
Hi, Johanna.
I don't have any words of wisdom. I'm just very proud to see my little sister where she's at and everything that she's done for the community and for the incarcerated individuals. So it's pretty cool to see and to watch.
Great. Jen, what I'm sure that's a neat surprise to have your family show up. Talk about what their support meant to you, and in some ways you're talking for all of your fellow students, and what family has meant to help you get to where you're at now.
Yeah, my family has shown up for me every step of the process, always letting me talk about classes or the cool experiences that I was a part of, or letting me vent about an assignment that I didn't want to do, or just coming and supporting me in so many different ways, like right now, and just knowing that they were there and that they always had my back and that they were supportive of every decision I made, helped me through the hard days and get to where I am today as a graduate.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mackenzie family, for jumping on Zoom with us. We're excited to have you be part of Watts College Live. So I'm gonna sort of wrap up. That's the end of our School of Criminology and Criminal Justice section. Fantastic work you're all doing. Obviously, we're super proud of you and what you're gonna do. You know, I mentioned it's pretty embarrassing, by the way, that I made a cultural reference that I'm too old in my cultural reference for a United States senator to know what I'm talking about. I mean, that is just really, that's just mortifying, I gotta say. And so people warned me about this. They said, you know, Jonathan, this Merv Griffin thing.
Oh, we're the only family from criminology.
This Merv Griffin thing is not gonna work. And I said, well, I'll do something more up to date. And I was gonna do some Johnny Carson bits, and you know, I've got the stage back there. I looked up some Karnak the Magnificent material. And people said, I don't think you're getting it. I don't think you're quite hearing us. I said, Letterman, how about Letterman? And at least Letterman was on the air when people who are graduating today were alive. So that's as good as I can get. And so I'm ready for now the next segment of our show. Of course, it wouldn't be Watts Live without our signature top 10 list. So let's go with our top 10 list for tonight. From the home office in Queen Creek, Arizona, it's tonight's top 10 list. Tonight, the top 10 reasons why I'm excited about graduating from Watts College, presented to you by the graduates of Watts College. Number 10, Parisa Seymour.
Number 10, I won't have to figure out where they moved the academic advising office this year.
Number 9, Keyshawn Raja.
I found this simulation of a global pandemic to be an interesting learning experience, but I am really ready for it to be over.
Number 8, Elsa Mcbean.
When people ask, what's the name of my college? I answer, that's it. That's Watts. The name of my college. What? Exactly.
And number 7, Joni Courtney.
Thank you to my friends I've met in my online program. I no longer need an Airbnb. I can couch surf all over the country using my very own Watts B&B.
Number 6, Brenda Guadalajara.
I'll never have to worry again about switching from Blackboard to Canvas, or more honestly, have to deal with professors who have to.
Number 5, Tristan Wolfson.
I won't lose more hours of sleep worried that the giant sculpture thing in the park is the portal to an alternate universe.
Number 4, Michaela Harris.
I got to share my true feelings about college on the marker board in the UC lobby, but then they quickly erased it and now it's forgotten.
Number 3, Christine Benner Perez.
I realized that the library was such a valuable resource that it has its own vault. Also, the librarians don't carry cash or coin behind the desk.
Number 2, Hugo Gonzalez.
And I have an answer to those smug Tempe people. Roosevelt Row beats Mill Avenue any day of the week. First Friday.
And the number 1 reason why I'm excited to be graduating from Watts College, presented by Brianna Carpenter.
Never again will I have to pretend to be interested while the dean drones on and on and on about public service and public goods and clean air and being the solution.
All right, I don't think that we're gonna spark necessarily a revival of the top 10 list based on that, but I appreciate the participation of our awesome Watts College graduates, and I'm excited to welcome on our next group of awesome grads from the School of Public Affairs. I see, let's see, who do I see? I see Leonor Camarena, who's earning her PhD from ASU this year, pretty awesome. I think I see Natalie Wilson, who's is earning her undergraduate degree in public service and public policy. And somewhere is Daniel Pluth, who's a PSPP major, also graduating, focused on emergency management and homeland security. Welcome, it's great to have you guys with us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
So a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of things. You were ASU, a bunch of you have been teaching. Our undergraduates were teaching as ASU 101 instructors, and obviously, Leonor, you're preparing to be a professor, so you've been teaching to us too. So what's probably the most surprising thing? I'll give each of you a chance to jump. The most surprising thing when you find yourself at the front of the classroom as opposed to being the student. I'll start with you, Natalie. Give me something that surprised you about being an ASU 101 instructor.
It's definitely made me appreciate my own professors and how much effort that they put into each lesson that they give to their students, and seeing that from all of our freshmen's eyes and being in front has definitely given me a lot of perspective and a lot of respect and appreciation for them. And then seeing how much my students learn from me, it's nice to see all the lessons that I learned and give it to them. And so it's been really, really rewarding to teach our incoming students and just to have a great appreciation for my own professors.
That's right. Other students should see this. We're not as lame as we seem. See? Leonor, what do you think? You're about to go off and be a professor yourself. So
yes,
are you ready?
So I'm off to Rutgers, yes.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the Rutgers students?
Yes, I think it's the winters I'm more worried about, but I'm excited. The last 2 semesters, I think the most exciting thing for me is how creative and just how much of go-getters a lot of the students that come into the doors at ASU are. It makes you really excited for the future and what they're going to do.
Daniel, what about Daniel? You were in the ASU 101 with Natalie, and then you ended up both being teachers together. So would she have been a good student if, based on your experience, if she were in your ASU 101 class? You got mute. You're on mute. Everybody drink.
There we go. All right, I'm unmuted. Everyone take a shot. Natalie's a very smart and intelligent person. She made a great teacher, and I'm sure she'd make a great student as well.
Aw, thanks, Daniel.
That's very touching. John, do you have an awe sound effect? That would be a good place for that. John Pratt's doing the sound effects. All right, so now we got joined by some of your teachers here, Justin Stritch and Joanna Lucio, both professors in the School of Public Affairs. Welcome, both of you.
Well, thanks for having me. And Joanna.
What do you have to say to these fine graduates of the School of Public Affairs?
This is wild. So Leonore, who just finished her PhD, was in the first class I ever taught here, my first year as an assistant professor at ASU. So to her and to everyone else, it's always a pleasure to watch you all sort of go through these programs, and definitely let us know where you all end up in the next 2 or 3 years. You know, I think one of the things about the graduates is they graduate and go, and then sometimes they don't ever hear from y'all. So definitely send a note and reach back out to us. But
all right, so the obvious question then, Leonore, is how lame was Justin? And will you be better than he was in his first class in your first class?
It's a low bar.
No, he was a tough professor.
You don't have to say anything nice animore. Like, you're done. You have a job.
It's his fault, though, that I suffered through a PhD program. So I do put that on him when I was pulling my hair out. It was on him, but he knows that.
At least you still have some hair left after your PhD program. So
I see jumped in. Rhonda Newman just jumped in, and Melissa Bryant. They're both staff from the college, both of which have worked in the School of Public Affairs. Welcome. Good to see you both.
Good to see you. Hello.
Have any words of wisdom for Natalie and Daniel, are finishing up their college days, going off to conquer the world?
I would say just keep doing what you're doing. You've been doing great so far. You know, you've been taking advantage of all the opportunities SPA has, the college and ASU. And I think wherever you end up, just continue doing the same thing and keep seeking ways to challenge yourself and continuing, you know, being a student. When you get into the professional world, just seeking advice and just learning about all the opportunities that are going to be there for you, and really just continuing, like I said, doing what you do, because I know you're both great students. And I've worked with both of you, so I know you're going to do well wherever you go.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks. So one of our luminous alumni just dropped into the room, Jimmy Arwood, a ubiquitous presence on the Arizona political scene, not recognizable with his new aerodynamic look. So we've got Natalie and Daniel here, Jimmy, who are where you were not that long ago. They're getting out of college. What would you ask them? What do they need to know in order to be successful now? They're heading out into a interesting world that we now inhabit.
Yeah, and you know, Natalie and Daniel, what I want to tell you is that it does not matter how young you are, you can be a change maker in your communities right now. Right now, we are seeing across the country really large problems, which gives us an opportunity to build really creative, innovative solutions. And so as you prepare for this next journey of life, I just want you to know that there is a lot of opportunity for change in our communities, and you have now gone through years of training and studies for this exact moment to be able to go into your communities and work for them. So remember that public servants are the bridge between our governments and our people, and especially in a time where it feels like you know, a lot of people have you know, very polarizing views about our government. You are the public servants that are going to help keep our government moving forward.
Right. Jimmy. All right, no pressure. Natalie, what are you gonna do to make the world a better place? Are you gonna what are you gonna fix first?
Well, hopefully you will see me back shortly in the fall and going into my grad program, hopefully getting an MPA. So that'll be super, super exciting. And then hopefully continuing working with ASU. And then shortly after that, who knows, the opportunities just keep on coming.
Awesome. Daniel, what are you gonna, world peace? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, world peace sounds like a great starting point.
Awesome. Awesome. Joanna, Lucio, final words to this group before we
Yeah, you've been great mentors and teachers in the classroom and other student engagement events. I've been able to see you all through this, and I know you're going to go on, as well as all our graduates, do amazing things in the community.
People gathering now. All right, well, so this is a great group. I really appreciate you all being here. We're super proud of all of you going on to great things, I'm sure, and I'm excited to see what's next. I agree with what Justin said. tell us what happens, right? One of the weird parts about this is it's like you read the 2 middle chapters of a book and you don't really know what happens at the end of the book. It's really frustrating sometimes. You just want to know what happens next. So just don't forget about us.
Will do. Thank you, Dr. Koppell.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. I think as we go through our meandering cruise across the disciplines of the Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions, I think we've arrived at the land of social work. We got a nice introduction from Kirsten Sinema, who, as you heard, is not just our United States Senator, but an instructor in our School of Social Work. And I don't know if any of our students who are joining us, we've got Cynthia Alafa is coming in, Anna Piper is coming in, and I think we've got one other eventually, but we'll get there first. Let's start, Cynthia, with you. You've really taken advantage of a lot of what we have to offer here in Watts College. You are in Spirit of Service. You are in the Nina Scholars. Got all these different awards. Went on a study abroad to Spain. Is there anything that you didn't do that you regret? Like, what do you wish you had done? It seems like you did everything that we have to offer.
Yeah, it's been really great being a part of this college and taking advantage of all of the opportunities out there, and especially all of the staff who have been very welcoming and opening up opportunities for me. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm just really appreciative. And without them, I don't think I would have been able to get to where I am right now with graduating.
It's so true. I mean, we can't come back to that theme enough of all the other people who helped our graduates get to where they are today. It's not something that you do on your own. So I appreciate so many people mentioning that. Anna, you're finishing with your MSW, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
But you too started with as an undergrad at ASU.
I did. I actually remember during orientation, the first time meeting you. And then ever since then, I just knew ASU was the school to continue with.
That was a profound, life-changing experience, wasn't it?
It was.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's only really one answer to that question.
Right.
So tell us what compelled you to go into social work. I mean, one thing I've really come to appreciate is that our social work students have a very strong sense of purpose or mission. What drew you to this field?
I knew I wanted to change the world, and that isn't always possible. So I found social work actually because of a pro-mod class that Dr. Leitz led. And through that, I realized that social work could lead me to help at least one person. And that to me just really sparked a light of passion.
That's powerful. Cynthia, what about you? What drew you into social work?
So I initially didn't start in social work. I started in a different major. But with the guidance of Justine Chung and my Nina mentors, they really saw potential in different traits and characteristics that kind of led me to social work. And once I switched over, I just knew it was a place for me, and just where I wanted to be. I wanted to create change for those who need that guidance, and just open up doors for them.
So it so happens we just got joined by another one of our guests. I'm very excited to have Mike Foust with us. Mike's the director of the Arizona Department of Child Safety, one of our most important partners in the work that we do, particularly for the School of Social Work. We wouldn't really be able to do what we do without them in terms of giving a hands-on educational experience to our students. And quite frankly, one of our primary jobs is to train people to be effective social workers under Mike's leadership. Mike, thanks for joining us. We're super excited to have you with us.
No, glad I could be here. Thank you.
And when you what graduating MSWs talk about what draws you into social work, what what's your reaction? What do you wish people understood more about what social workers do, what the people who work for you do on a daily basis? I think it's a phrase that people know, but they don't even know what it means.
Yeah, I think meeting families where they are and finding ways to engage with people regardless of the things they're going through is probably the single most important thing I would leave with anyone, right? You think you're in the midst of a pandemic and you may think the community should open up or you may think the community should close, but you don't get to share that opinion. Your job is to meet them where they are and help bring them to a sense of to be less overwhelmed, and so they can help manage through their everyday life.
So I want to. I was talking to Chief Williams before, and you know, about some of the stories on policing, and people focus on a lot of the negative experiences that police officers have, and the negative stuff that police are involved with. I think a lot of people view social work in the same way, that there's a lot of negative stuff, and of course there is. Do you have a story that sort of you think of as inspiring, or that shows the other side of how the work that you do and the stories that you become a part of, or that the people who work for you become a part of, how they actually are, they're ennobling, they lift you up? You know, what's the other side? I realize I'm sort of dumping that on you.
No, I appreciate that question. I could give you a ton, but I want to share one, and it's not my story, but I think it's fantastic, and it happened on your campus. One of our employees went down to engage with some students, and somebody walked up and he recognized this woman from his caseload 8 years ago. And one of two things is going to happen when somebody who was on your caseload comes up to you, and they're either going to lose it on you, or in this case, the woman said, hey, this was the toughest day of my life. You came and removed my children. But I want you to know 8 years later, I'm graduating with a master's degree in social work from ASU. And that would not have been possible without your direct intervention. And so with that, the stories that we engage with, the things you'll hear from us are heart-wrenching and will break you at times if you're not careful. But when you hear those stories, which is how can you take the most challenging day of that woman's life and make that the first day of the next stage of her life, that's what makes all this worth it.
That's great. I mean, and I've heard some of those stories. It's quite amazing when you hear those stories and people realizing that they needed help to get themselves out. It's not about fixing them, but it's giving them a hand so that they can emerge from a dark place where they don't want to be either. So joining us around the room here, we've got a bunch of our faculty members have jumped in, including, I see Leila Williams. You can't tell, she's a little farther away. She's representing our Tucson campus down there. That's right. Watts College has a campus. We're not afraid to be Sun Devils right in the heart of Wildcat country. So welcome, faculty. We're super excited to have you here. And I see another one of our grads is here, Cassandra Pena, also earning an MSW, and exciting because she was named our overall outstanding grad for Watts College. So Cassandra, we're very excited to have you here and to be representing. And I also want to mention, so Cassandra, you hail from the Gila River Indian community, is that right?
Yes, I am.
So talk a little bit about one of the things that we're most proud of in Watts College is the large Native American population we have in the college, and we have an Office of American Indian Projects in the school. Talk to us about what it means to come to ASU from Indian country and to have that perspective that you bring to the classroom and to the university community.
Yeah, first off, thank you. I'm incredibly grateful and honored to be recognized. And part of my journey is to go back to my community and create programs for our youth. I find that our youth need a lot of mentorship, and I feel that my journey is one to highlight, being that I overcame many obstacles, and I'm just overjoyed by all the love and support that I've received.
Thank you, Cassandra. That's beautiful. And actually, we just got joined on the call by somebody who I think is going to be particularly appreciative of what you just had to say. Governor Lewis, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can. It's great. It's great to have you with us, Stephen. I don't know. Could you hear Cassandra just now?
I could hear Cassandra. Cassandra, you have a wonderful story. Your whole Gila River Indian community, we're so proud of you. We're proud of the educational journey that you took. I know it was a lot of sacrifice, but that's part of the story of your people, of the Gila River Indian community.
Governor, let me interrupt you for 1 second because I don't know that Governor, this is Governor Stephen Lewis, is the governor of the Gila River Indian community, inspirational leader, somebody who I've learned a tremendous amount from myself, and it's absolutely a delight to have you with us. I'm sorry to interrupt, Governor. I want people to know who they were hearing from.
No, thank you, Dean Koppell, and this is an honor. Just to be able to just to share a few words with this very special program for Watts College and for all these graduates. You are going to be facing a daunting task, and what both all of our communities and our country collectively are going through. Within each of your specific programs, you are going to be providing that guiding leadership for wherever you go into. And again, Cassandra, we're proud of you. Social work is a calling, and I think in each of these programs, Dean Koppell and Watts College, these are specific callings for humanity. And as a tribal leader, we need this next generation of leaders and these graduates. I think the most important thing that I think we all need now, and that just epitomizes what we're celebrating today, is hope. Each of these graduates, they epitomize that hope that they are going to bring with their incredible skill set and their educational experience through their degree programs, that they are going to bring as they move forward as educated leaders, as ASU alumni. Dean Koppell, I'm just very moved, by what you were able and your leadership team to honor all the graduates of Watts College. So on behalf of the Gila River Indian community, we give prayers and blessings to the graduates here, and to continue your journey wherever that may lead you. And to know that Cassandra, your elders, your leadership, and those coming generations, that you're going to be bringing hope in whatever you do with your degree. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Governor. That was fantastic, Governor. I'm so glad that you were able to. I'm so glad that you're able to join us. It really means a great deal, and our commitment to work with you as a partner has never been stronger. I'm excited about what we can do together. So,
thank you, Dean.
So before we close up, I want to turn to my faculty colleagues and give you a chance to jump in and offer your congratulations and words of wisdom to Cassandra, Cynthia, and Anna, who are going to, I'm sure, do us proud. But Tamara, I don't know, do you want to offer some thoughts? I know you've interacted with almost all of our students, and tell us a quick words of wisdom from your perspective of the ones who have done well out of the gate.
Well, my words of wisdom to you is keep positive, launch into your life, and just really embrace it, because it's an absolutely amazing journey. Social work is an incredible profession. It will never do you wrong. So congratulations.
Thank you. Any other thoughts before we close up the this segment? Chandra,
I'll jump in. Just congratulations to all of our graduates. It seems like an interesting time to be jumping into the field, but I can't think of a better time. We need you. And so we look forward to you going out into the community, into the world, and joining those communities and the individuals that need support. So we look forward to watching all of the great things that you do, and come back and let us know all of what you're doing, so we can continue to support you, and you can continue to support future social work alum from ASU.
Fantastic. Thank you all so much. We're gonna close up this segment. Congratulations to all our graduates. All right. There's a lot of people. This is some great stuff, but I'm tired. You know, I don't know if everybody's been down to the campus, but we are right across the street from a classic building called the Westward Ho. And we actually have a fantastic project at the Westward Ho. It involves our social work students and others in the collaboratory serving the people who live in that building. There was a famous time when John F. Kennedy came here, and I thought I would dig up some footage of John F. Kennedy speaking at the Westward Ho, and I was doing some archival research, and actually I came across an amazing discovery when I was doing this research, and I just had to share it with you because I wouldn't have believed it. But digging around in the Hayden Library, I came across an old recording that I wanted to play for you. I think you'll be surprised. Mark my words, there will be a time when our commitment to community will be sorely tested, when we seem hopelessly divided. And yet I believe a solution will arise. Maybe it will come from the Western frontier, where a new American university will emerge. Maybe that university will emerge in Arizona, a college dedicated to producing graduates who choose public service, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. I don't know about you, but I think he was talking about us. I think he was talking about Watts College. John F. Kennedy knew that we would emerge someday and we would produce graduates dedicated to public service. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable thing. I don't know what to tell you. I had to share that with you before we go on to the next segment. So it's an amazing thing. And so I've got another special guest who's just coming into the room, Carla Jasa. Are you there, Carla? I don't know. It says she's connecting. All right, put in the other ones. I don't know. She may have changed her mind. She may be quite frankly emotionally transformed by the John F. Kennedy thing because it is quite special. All right, what else is going to happen here? Okay, who's coming in? I see Rachel. I see Rachel Fisher. She's one of our therapeutic recreation students. And I see Eric Legg, one of the faculty members in the School of Community Resources and Development. Eric, there's Carla. I'm super excited to welcome Carla Jasa. She's the head of the Valley of the Sun United Way. And I know that she wanted to wish a congratulations to our graduates. Carla, let me introduce you to Rachel. She's graduating with a degree. She's been a terrific advocate for people with disabilities. She's got her own daughter at ASU and is now earning a degree herself. Fantastic work as a camp counselor and an advisor to our students. So maybe you can start off by congratulating Rachel, and then I'm eager to hear what you have to say to our students. You're on mute. There you go.
Well, thank you, Dean Koppell, for that introduction. And Rachel, congratulations to you. Your story actually resonates with me because my mom went back to college when I was in high school, and she graduated from college at the same time that I graduated from high school. So it's a really special moment for us, and congratulations to you for that perseverance and for going back to school and also being a mentor, it sounds like, to others who are part of the program. So congratulations to you, Rachel, and congratulations to all of you. As Jonathan said, I'm president and CEO of Valley of the Sun United Way. Jonathan, do you want me to share anything else? Or do you want me to just jump in to share a few words?
So look, it's an interesting, the School of Community Resource Development also has it has a bunch of different programs. So therapeutic rec, parks and rec, but it also has our nonprofit leadership and management. I think a lot of people are wondering, you know, where does the nonprofit sector go now? You know, how do we look at this? There's a lot of talk about government, but isn't there a role for the nonprofits in this tough time? Talk a little bit about what it's like to be in the middle of that right now when a lot of people are looking for answers.
Yeah, well, I mean, the nonprofit community has played a huge role throughout the country and serving those in need right now at the same time that they are suffering from decreased revenue from event cancellations and people maybe not showing up for certain programs, but showing up for other programs that they may not have the resources for. So we as United Way here in Maricopa County have been connecting with our nonprofit health and human service and education partners starting the week of March 17th. We happen to have a meeting scheduled with them to hear their feedback about what United Way's impact plan should be in supporting nonprofit partners. And we shifted quickly to hear their pressures and concerns around COVID-19 and quickly established a fund in response to them asking us to be a voice for them, to be able to create an opportunity for people to understand really what their needs were and to be able to make it easier for donors, people like you at ASU, companies to be able to contribute and for us to be able to help to put those dollars in the right places. And so we've put out about $1.2 million for increased food needs, for homeless service provision, to help people get into the right places that they may need to protect themselves, and also to help to create virtual learning opportunities for students through various programs.
Yeah, so it's really, I mean, it's quite striking to me. We've had a lot of these town halls and we've met with students and we want to know what their challenges are. But every single one of those discussions, literally every single one, the students also want to know, what can we do? How do we contribute? How do we help? And I think that there's no shortage of people doing that kind of work, and it's an exciting thing. Rachel, so what's it like to go to school with your daughter?
Well, my daughter is a sophomore. She's beginning her sophomore year in high school, so she's not quite in college yet. But she's been the biggest supporter and advocate of me being in school. And like she said, going to school and you have a daughter in high school at the same time, it's really tough. But ASU has allowed me to be able to still experience college and get my first generation degree for my family while being a mom at the same time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in Watts know my daughter as well. She likes to come and help out. So I'm definitely glad that she's able to participate. But this era of COVID-19, being able to finish my internship during all of this, working in parks and recreation and therapeutic recreation, the one thing I've learned is we can't stop programming. We have to continue developing programs and working with people. We can't stop because everything else stops. Because the one thing that hurts people with disabilities the most is not being able to socialize. So still creating ways to socialize and keep programming going has been absolutely amazing to be able to do in my internship.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, there's so many ways in which the constraints and the way that the virus has altered how we do things. There are hidden people who are affected by this. I mean, I was struck by a message that went out by one of our team members who talked about groups like Alcoholics Anonymous and things like that, and how people need those support mechanisms and all of a sudden they're cut off from. So we are more connected than we realize, and when you pull apart those connections, it has real consequences. Eric, I'll let you jump in if you have any words of wisdom to offer. Rachel, I also see the director of the school, Christine Bazinda, has jumped in, and Amanda Andrew, one of our terrific staff members who really oversees the student experience here in the college. Great to have you with us. Eric, any thoughts to
Well, I think Rachel said it better than I could, that the world needs the work we do, whether that's in COVID or out of COVID. I also want to say an extra congratulations to Rachel. Not only is she graduating, but she is continuing with us to work on her master's degree starting in the fall.
Yes.
So we're excited to keep her around.
Christine, any thoughts as director of the school?
Congratulations, Rachel. Wish you all the best, and congratulations to all the SCRD graduates of 2020. You're all doing wonderful, and we renew our sense of humanity knowing that you're out there doing the good work that you do. So congrats to you all.
That's great. Amanda, I'll let you jump in before we give Carla the last word.
Yeah, thank you so much. Seeing all of your faces on this video has just been so moving for me, and watching all of you, all of the students. I jumped into every single room, and there are so many names that I recognize from all of your experiences and everything that you've done. And I am so proud of everything and every step that I've seen you take. Some of you call me your college mom, and I feel that in my heart. And I'm just so proud of you. I can't wait to continue to watch everything that you do. You're all fantastic.
So Carla, how?
Everybody.
Thank you, Amanda. So Carla, here's the thing that frustrates me, and I wonder if you have the same feeling and you have a way to solve it. People are so negative. They're so down on the world, and I get it. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. I feel that way too sometimes, but I wish more people could have watched what we just did for the last hour, because I hope it sort of lifts people up and says, all right, there's a lot of good in the world. There are people going to do good things. How do we get more people to see this?
Well, I think that we need to raise awareness about the fact that even though the world looks very different right now, it needs students like Rachel more than ever, who are committed to creating solutions and to creating solutions to the issues that COVID-19 has uncovered and has laid bare. And I mean, that includes the digital divide, right? That has become more of an issue than ever, especially for students in low-income communities where they don't have broadband, you know, the inequitable access to healthcare, systemic issues related to our safety net that have been made even more, you know, bare due to what's happened with our community. And I think, you know, staying positive and the fact that there are solutions to these issues, that students like Rachel have been trained to create them and to move them forward, should create great hope and positivity for everyone in this world. So I wish everyone could have seen what happened just now, and probably what happened in the last hour or so. So Rachel, congratulations. I would love the opportunity to meet you in person when we have that opportunity, once we get on the other side of this, whenever that is. And in the meantime, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. That would be really amazing. It sounds like you live in this community, so that will be something that we can certainly do down the line.
Great. Thank you, Carla. It's so great to have had you here. I really appreciate it. Congratulations, Rachel.
Nice to meet you, Rachel. Congratulations.
Okay, so we're a little over time, but quite frankly, if I'm being honest, I thought we would be worse. So I'm very excited to welcome our last pair of guests, and they don't need a lot of introduction. I'm super excited that Mike and Cindy Watts are here with us. Welcome, Mike and Cindy.
Thanks. Great to be here, Jonathan.
I'm so excited. You're getting down with the Zoom thing. I see you have a virtual background there. I gotta tell you though, I'm not sure, because it looks like it's the carcass of a dog.
Actually, that might be a real live dog.
But it's not moving. Anyway, I don't know if you had a chance to watch what came before, or if you were just hanging out waiting to jump on, but we are wrapping up a terrific show. We got to meet a bunch of our graduates, some of our alumni, our faculty, our staff, and some fantastic guests. We're so grateful for what you've done by supporting us, not just with the financial contributions, but with the spiritual energy that you've given to us. And you really I hope you got a sense of what you've helped make possible by what you saw today.
Yes, indeed. We have a great sense of what we've helped be a part of and make possible. Well, you know me. If I talk that way, I end up crying. So we have to be a little careful with that. But boy, we just want to say congratulations to all of the 2020 college graduates of Watts College. What an accomplishment. What a happy day. And, you know, from here on, it's the real adventure, the adventure called life. So there's still a lot for them to do. And I think as long as all of you do what you love, you will have a very happy life.
So I would just like to add a couple of things, Jonathan. First of all, I think we've said a couple of times to you and to the students, the reason that we support them and this college is for the work and the type of work that they will be doing. And one example is when we have the opportunity to meet some of the students, and one that actually helped set up this Zoom call for us anyway, Brianna Carpenter, is a student at the college, and if I'm not mistaken, she has either graduated or will be at some point with another degree. And when we meet people,
only two. She's only gotten 2 degrees today, Mike. Don't build her up too much because
so,
she's
Brianna,
already pretty insufferable.
We say congratulations to you in particular, Brianna, because we've gotten to know you and we see the work that you've already done, the good stuff. And that's why we're involved in this, for the students, the work they do, and to support you, Jonathan, as well. So we're pleased to be part of this.
Do you like Mike's bib?
I was wondering what that was. What is? Oh, it's your stole of gratitude. And see, I didn't know it could be used as a bib.
It's not a bib, that's a tie.
It's a tie. So I am curious about something because I've never asked this to you. So you speak so eloquently to why you decided to support Watts College and why you thought it was a way to make the community stronger. Has anybody ever sort of looked at you a little cross-eyed and said, huh? Like, what gives with that? Like, why would that be a place that you didn't go to this college, you didn't get degrees from here. Has anybody ever questioned that? Because there are a lot of people that question public service. That's what I'm trying to get at. And I'm wondering if that's ever come across your radar screen.
No, I would tell you the reaction and the feedback that we get from people isn't a question. It's a thank you for creating a heightened awareness of what the college does. You know, you hear all about engineering and law and medical and any and other schools, but very little, at least to this point, about all the social work. People they have a new heightened awareness and they thank us for that. Once they then study all the work that you and the fine students are doing, they really make us feel so much better about what we're doing. And we did it, as you know, because Dr. Crow and yourself put together a program to explain everything that the college does. So when we learned that, we were compelled to support it.
And if anybody looked cross-eyed at us, they wouldn't be our friends very long.
I appreciate that. I will tell you, and I think I've told you this before, that when we became Watts College, everybody immediately latched onto that. Like overnight, it was just Watts College, Watts College. The students are very proud to say they go to Watts College. They wanted shirts that said Watts College and so on. And I think it's because it does signify something that people like you thought it was important to support what we're doing. And so I think it has made a big difference. People tell me also that this name that I made up, this Public Service and Community Solutions, was a pain in the butt to say. And so they just preferred saying Watts College.
That could be part of it. Watts is short.
Watts is a very short name. It scans easily, it rolls off the tongue. So good name. I mean, we'd be happy if it was the Furfernutter College too, but Watts is definitely better.
All right, we'll support
well, thank you I'm really glad you were able to be part of this. I mean, it makes it a great celebration, and we're gonna. It's a perfect way to wrap up to have you join us for this. So thank you for being present. It's always great to see you, and it wouldn't be Watts Live without Cindy and Mike Watts. So thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you for allowing us to say congratulations to all of our fine students. We're very proud of you.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, John.
So that's gonna wrap up our inaugural edition of Watts Live. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that we managed to achieve what I was saying at the beginning, which is let's embrace what we've got. There's an awful lot of good stuff to be thankful for. I am as aware as anybody about the challenges, and I'm super disappointed that we didn't get people together inside the basketball arena. But you know, in a way, this gave us something different, something better. We got to hear the voices of some of our students. I know it's a tiny percentage, but it gives you some sense of who we are as a college, of who the people are that make this community special. I'm enormously proud that I get to call myself Dean of the Watts College of Public Service and Community Solutions. And the reason I'm so proud is because of graduates like all of you who have worked really hard to get here today. I know it's not easy, and I know it required focus and determination, but I'm also super confident that grit that you displayed over the last several years is going to be invaluable as you go out into the world and take on these challenges, which maybe feel insurmountable, but ultimately are not. So let me be the final person on this broadcast to say congratulations. We are enormously proud of you, and we will look forward to seeing what the next chapter brings. So congratulations, go Devils.